sticking with Musk.
Yeah, I don't like those words.
Musk's Grok AI can't stop talking about white genocide. So they have fixed it now, but
that's not a good sign.
Apparently, a chatbot developed by Elon Musk's multi-billion-dollar artificial intelligence startup XAI appears to be suffering from a glitch Wednesday. It's like, would we call it a glitch? Is this glitching?
It's just a little glitch. It's just talking about wiping out the white race. That's just a tiny glitch.
Yeah, but it's
small.
But it wouldn't even, it would do it without prompting. Like, the Pope tweeted something, and Grok AI responded to the Pope with, so, about that song about white genocide, blah, 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 blah.
What?
And it's doing the thing that chatbots do where it's like, I'm not saying there is a white genocide, but I'm also not saying there's not a white genocide.
I'm just saying that hypothetically, for the sake of argument, if a genocide was happening of the white variety, maybe, just possibly, just tiny itty bitty, maybe tiny bit, maybe, possibly.
Well, so let's read what it said. So when asked, this is its response to being asked to confirm the salary of Toronto Blue Jays player Max Scherzer. So it said, hey, could you tell me this person's salary? It said, the claim of white genocide in South Africa is highly debated. Some argue white farmers face disproportionate violence, with groups like AfriForum reporting a high murder rates and citing racial motives, such as the Kill the Boer song, Grok responded.
Is it?
That's what it said when asked to confirm some guy's salary in Toronto.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
And it said has done the same in replies to hundreds of other tweets, including one from newly appointed Pope Leo XIV. So the Pope tweeted something, and Grok was like, hey, so about that white genocide in South Africa.
Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, my guy. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar, Boer is apparently a word used to refer to white people in South Africa.
Isn't it funny how we hate immigrants so much, but we're letting a whole bunch of immigrants into the United States right now based solely on the fact that
pretty sure we have a tweet for that. If we don't, I forgot to grab a story for it.
And just in case, reading the news headline, we're letting a lot of white Africans into the United States, like specifically white African. This is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there's not only
awkward.
Are you letting them in, you are paying for the plane to get there. Like
America literally
every
going...
other country in the planet, no more refugee status. But the white people from South Africa, oh no, we will send a plane to pick you up. We can't get that guy that we accidentally sent to El Salvador, but like you guys in South Africa, oh, you poor babies, you will get a plane to be brought to the United States. Now, I'm not saying these people specifically are not in a bad situation. Like, you don't uproot your life and flee to another country seeking refugee status.
Yeah, no, you don't do that for no reason.
You don't do that for no reason. So I'm not saying, like, this is not a judgment against these people. I have no idea what their situation is. But it is quite telling that, like, oh, you're a refugee and you're brown? No, we're not taking those. Oh, you're a refugee and you're white? Let's roll out the red carpet and send a plane to pick you up. It's disgusting, and I don't know. I don't know what else to say other than disgusting. So yeah, Musk, who is originally from South Africa, we should all remember, he does believe in white genocide in South Africa. He says that apparently he's not allowed to operate Starlink within South Africa simply because he's not black.
I doubt that's the reason why.
I don't know what the real reason is, but I would argue that at this point it's a national security risk. We can't let this guy who clearly has, he's just trying to go on a power trip in the United States. We can't let him be in control of our internet over here. Because, like, we've seen him do shit like shut off Ukraine's internet at crucial times in the war.
Oh, so actually, I just looked this up because I got curious. So The South African government denied that claim. Obviously, it was going to no matter what. But the real reason that he can't have Starlink in South Africa is to have Starlink in South Africa, it needs to obtain specific network and service licenses, which both require a 30% ownership from disadvantaged groups in South Africa. That's why he doesn't have them there, because he would have to
he would need to share money.
He would have to share money. That's okay. Cool. God, I love the world.
That seems perfectly reasonable to me, especially from someone who benefited so much from apartheid
and government subsidies.
But yeah, no, Trump also, in case you were wondering, Trump also got on board with this and was like, South Africa is confiscating land and treating certain classes of people very badly. So, Elon the welfare queen. That he is. Like, almost literally, all of his money at this point comes from the government. And he's eaten the lobster dinners on the government's dime. So that is almost literally the picture that's usually painted of the welfare queen.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, maybe he doesn't like lobster, but that's the example that's always used. I'm sure you all have heard that. And of course, if you look into it, the trope of the welfare queen, it doesn't actually exist. It's that there was one person who engaged in quite a bit of fraud and then was caught and went to jail. But because one of the things she was defrauding was welfare, that she became the poster for the welfare queen. And yeah, so despite the fact that it happened literally once, it kind of stuck around. Okay, well, that's our stories.
Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full time without the support from each and every one of you. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie Chan, Kiri Artemis, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Leela Ururaka, Arcton Arclacier, Kiratorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fireshard. Thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it just a little bit.